Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to Challenge Run from the Ashes. So, we're going to be doing things a little differently. I have finally set on exactly what I'm doing. The settings, difficulty, are staying the same from here. So, friendly fire all, mech recovery chance 100%, difficulty variance gives us a lot of options, generous jitterous, and we're keeping the slow mech base speed, expensive, and quick armor repair. And we're going to keep that in part so that we can get more than 3 units to drop. Based on the half chevron difficulty mission I dropped on, scrapping stuff isn't viable. Restricting myself to only lights until I somehow manage to build up enough to not just get rolled on every single mission isn't viable. So it's just going to be that's making it challenging. A slight increase to economic pressure. But that's fine. Technically still a challenge run. But yeah, for those of you, the as of recording, 31% of the poll responses that wanted less challenge, more run, congratulations, you're getting it. The 39% that wanted easier economy, yep, you're getting it too. 10% that wanted easier combat, congratulations. It's just the 20% that wanted me to get good, I'm sorry, I don't think it's possible. At least not early game. Now, as I said last time before I, wish-washed a bit and reconsidered some things, I'm still going to be trying to keep it challenging. I don't enjoy it if it's just drop, win, drop, win. So if things start easing up a bit once we have more units and whatnot, then I will absolutely 100% make things more interesting. But for now, we're basically just going to do a normal run with slightly more aggressive financial constraints. And that's fine. I'm happy with that. I'm having fun, regardless. Even though the last, half dozen episodes have been a mess, I've been having fun. So, hopefully that's, very clear. And who knows, maybe the patches that will come as CC is more than just brand new will adjust things and make things whatever. I'll deal with that then. But for now, I'm going to repair this vehicle. The machine gun and half bin of ammo I can replace. And I don't really have anything. I don't think there's anything else I can replace that stuff with. Since it's a single slot weapon, I cannot drop in the AC5 or anything. Since it's a ballistic weapon, I'm fairly certain I cannot drop in It only has the ballistic hardpoint, so it has to be a single slot ballistic weapon. So, yeah. Might as well drop in the machine gun and half bin of ammo. Might as well. Cool. 4 days, we got ourselves a medium tank. As far as our barracks goes, Tinker's gonna be down for 21 days. Wasp is back up in 15. Sarge is down for 29, so we need to go to the hiring hall with no money. Yeah, we'll address our financial problems once we look at what's available. We still have Perun. I believe Perun was available, and I didn't want to grab her because jinxed, but now that we're not doing what I was doing, maybe. -1 accuracy is much more penalizing than it used to be, in my opinion. In part just because there are a lot less ways to get quick little accuracy bonuses. I mean, there's still plenty of random warm bodies we can hire for relatively little. But, it's fine. We will slot in some people as needed. We are broke. Unless we stop work on some... that's something. the Nats build doesn't work anymore anyway. So we can save ourselves 200,000 there. Since we lost the engine, then this is what it looks like. No core, no engine upgrade, and as soon as we drop a engine core in, which right now we don't even have one we can drop in. There's not an engine core small enough to go in this thing right now. So that means we can leave it sitting there not being built. Yeah. If we were scrapping this stuff, we would once again have just Bushwhacker, Dervish, and then the new tank. So we're not going to. It's going to be bad enough with the financial constraints. So this thing is going to be down until we find at least a small engine core. The Bushwhacker's up in 5 days. Dervish is up in 11, so we're going to go 11, 9, 11. So in 11 days, everything's up. And yeah, then we're going to have to drop on a mission to successfully complete the financial report after hiring people. So, we have the Bushwhacker. We have the Dervish. Dervish is ready to drop. For those of you who may have missed all the back and forth wishy-washy of all the considerations I was having, this is currently the Dervish. It has very respectable armor compared to what we've been dropping. It's got a nice mix of weapons. Sure. The stealth should help. And then, now the Thunder and Scorpion are both up. Pretty sure we didn't lose any components, we just lost the side. Yep. Cool. So, now we look at the barracks again. We have Ek. And Ek can drive a tank. Solaris Gladiator doesn't really do much unless we're going to... I don't know, it doesn't even apply to charging, so... Literally does nothing in a tank. But... the -1 recoil and +1 health is probably good. And we are keeping it on lethal. And we are still firing anyone who ejects. That is the one thing I'm definitely stuck on, is... we're not going to just eject to get out of a bad situation. Mechs will go down. So yeah, I think we're going to probably run Ek in the mech, just so that he can benefit from the punching. Because everything else is basically, no matter what he's in. And that means that we can just look in the command center, unless there's not enough tankers, or not command center, hiring hall. Unless there's not enough tankers. So we've got Lifter here. Alright. We have Ready that starts with Tactician. But he can only pilot mechs. He can only pilot mechs. Yeah, none of these are really great options. And so it looks like we are definitely hiring Porin. And we're definitely hiring Lifter. And there we go. There we go. So, now we drop in a mission. Which one, though? I mean, we can do a rematch with the battle. Those were some scary units. I mean, we could also just go crazy on a 3 chevron blackout. Could be problematic. The goal here is to make enough money that we can travel. And I think 600 ton limit might be easier than max 6 units. So 716,000 should, keyword should, pay for our financial report and travel. Probably. If we come out of the mission, start repairs, and immediately travel. 1.1 million definitely doesn't. No questions asked, absolutely. But 521 could also potentially give us something really nice to, continue augmenting our sad little mercenary company that we've got right now. So we've got Brun, who also can pilot VTOLs. That's cool. Oh, hey, Wasp can actually fly lambs as well. Neat. Horan, I think, because of the -1 accuracy, I should, before I drop on the mission, hold on, I should go to the barracks and see if anyone has unspent skill points. Nope. Nope. Alright. Well, I tried. Yeah, let's go for scramble. Let's go full salvage. We need to just get units right now. It doesn't really matter what they are. It doesn't matter how good or bad they are. Whether they're vehicles or not. So the question is, do I want the +1... What am I kidding? I want the -1 accuracy on the less impactful weapons. Definitely. So let's go.
Nominal.
Alright, so based on what we saw in the other 2 Chevron mission, we're probably going to see some crazy stuff.
Initiated.
Alright. Cool. Sun dropping towards the horizon will reduce visibility, which is actually kind of nice when you're running 2 stealth mechs. I think if we drop on the high ground, then our tanks can't really get down. But at least they've got some range. Oh no, nope. That's the map border. Because that's quite a slope. I don't think that the tanks will be able to roll down that. Which could actually be fine. The other option is dropping across the water from them. Still getting high ground, but yeah. Is this not a map border? That's not a map border. So I assume that means that there's actually reinforcements up here. And that's why I can't drop further this way. So I'm actually going to drop to deal with them first. Hopefully in such a way that we can destroy the reinforcements. I assume there's reinforcements. That's a chameleon, a Jaeger, ice, Stinger, and a Vulture gunship, UAC-2. Okay.
What can I do for you?
And then over here we have a Karnov transport, a warrior. This feels way easier than the other mission. Honestly, this seems like it's probably going to be easier. You know, I'm not going to say anything. That sounds like a good way to feel foolish when things go bad. Yep, jump and brace for first round. And those guys shouldn't be able to reach us for a hot minute.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, VTOLs are inherently less nasty now. Oh wow, they actually have line of sight from down there. Or is it just because we have MMLs? I don't know.
On my way.
I think we'll just hug this side and see what happens.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so from over here, they definitely have line of sight. But from up here, they do not seem to. That's good. Oh, there's no reason to just move with a tank.
Confirmed.
Now our tankers have basically no stats, so
Oh, no.
this is gonna be interesting. Alright. Cool. Here we go. Here we go.
I hear ya.
So I can jump. For 6. And still have a very respectable hit chance.
Affirmative.
Now, the question is, how much heat do I have to spare? So I think the DI gunship is the one that has the metal. I may be wrong. We'll find out. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start off with the FC shot. Just because I want to get the radical firing
Tell me
up
what to do.
instantly. Okay. Oh no, it's the ferret. The ferret's probably the thing that has... Oh,
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Darius,
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
always late to the party. Okay, so that did miss. As long as I get out of the barrage area, it's fine. It's the hex next to the Pirate Thunderer, so...
Hey.
Cool. Unfortunately, it's the right side that took most of the damage. So... we're going to drive backwards.
I'll try.
And 17%... 22%, 17%, 22%. Well, this is going to be a
Copy that.
fun
Firing
mission.
Alpha strike.
Rookie pilots. Yeah, the fact that they are having so much trouble hitting the incredibly heavy armor Pirate Thunderer, in part because it's somehow managed to get 5 evasion.
Damage
It's cool
minimal.
though.
Standing by.
I hope that the commentary and realizations have not come across as complaints. I am still just adjusting to things being very different than I remember them. And that's fine.
Onward.
Dervish, get out of the barrage, and... I mean... I see no reason to focus the Karnov at all. The warrior is very, very light. My hit chance isn't significantly better, so I am just going to go with the ferret. Yeah? That. Yep.
No joy.
That. That's fine. The early game has always been rough. It just feels much more rough than it used to.
Standing by.
Let's see. We've got the warrior. DI gunship is... the other side is the damaged one. So... we have a bunch of targets and none of them are particularly good.
Acknowledged.
So we're just gonna go for it. I mean, that would be weapons potentially be able to take down. Like, if just the PVC hits, it goes down. Warrior from the front is less interesting, and we only have a 20% chance on the ferret. Yeah, I think we go ahead and hit the thing we might be able to kill. Sure. Cool. One enemy down.
One less target.
If we're able to get out of this without too much repairs, I think I might actually consider going for the other battle as well before we jump planet or jump system.
Waiting for orders.
In part just because I'm very curious now. Was it just a RNG decided to comment on things, or if it was a matter of
I read you, Commander.
the
Moving
mission
out.
just, whenever it has a limited drop tonnage, being easier. I think I'm just gonna go for a standard shot. Just because of the crit chance.
Roger that. Firing on target.
I need that weapon system to be online for as long as I can. And at full accuracy.
I'm here.
For as long as I can. Okay. Move into cover.
There. Okay.
Fire some...
All right.
Hey, we actually got some hits. Nice.
They're getting the angle on me.
You're fine. Don't stress it. Everything's fine. VTOLs are so much less powerful now. The fact that the elevation advantage is so negligible. I used to be concerned when I saw an entire lance of VTOLs, but
I await your command.
no longer. Also, the ferret just, like, ran. I guess because its current weapons are all offline until the tag comes back up. I think I'm okay with this.
I'm going.
Try to get the angle on the ferret. Those hit chances. But it's not going to take much.
Rolling half a key.
That said, something has to hit to kill it.
This isn't going on my permanent record. Waiting for orders.
Is it seriously 1%? I hope that's going to improve once we get line of sight. That's better. Yeah. All
Putting
in.
one in the back.
Missing everything.
No joy.
Oh, early game struggles are real. Okay, UAC-2 is ready to start firing on us.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I am very confused why... And again, please don't take any of this as criticism of what the modders are doing. They have done amazing work. They continue to do amazing work, and they have always made everything, even the stuff that started off not necessarily fun, very fun by the end of it. So I very much trust in their decision making
You betcha.
and making a very fun and interesting experience. That said, I am curious why the the AC-20 did not get also reduced alongside everyone else, like everything else. That is the one thing that I'm really scratching my head with. Like everything else is like, okay, yeah,
Time to die.
I don't know if they fully intended all of the follow-up concessions that happened after this change and that change all put together, but I am curious, like, if there is a specific reason that the AC-20s were not adjusted when AC-2s, 5s, and 10s were. That is interesting. Just not even like a criticism, just a gameplay, game design, game balance, curiosity.
I'm your spaniel.
In any case, the DI gunship, decent hit chances. I can actually switch this down to SRMs as well. The Warrior, which is fresh, but I can actually use the tandem SRM ammo to maybe get some through armor crits and destroy it without even busting its shell. And then there's the Ferret. I feel like it's a mistake to continue firing on the Ferret. So I think we are going to go with the... Because of the hit chances, the damaged DI gunship.
See how you like this?
Not even enough to kill.
Ooh, that hit something good.
Very well then. Next round I intend to use the Dervish's multi-track to shoot the DI gunship and something else. I don't think it warrants continuing to fire everything at it. Alright. The Ferret's returning. Does the Ferret have weapons now? Or is it still just stealth and ECM? Then again, the DI gunship is probably the most dangerous thing up here. I mean... Yeah.
Roger.
It didn't take much for it to destroy it, so...
Target neutralized. Hey.
Good deal. Now this, on the other hand... This, I think, is going to go good.
Position.
This is going to be a good shot, I think. Not enough, though. So he probably doesn't have much left. Paper thin. Magic pixel. Yep.
Good to go.
Awesome. Cool. So we're gonna run our bushwhacker up. Right, water. Water is valuable. So, coolant flush is not active, which is part of the reason why that's so bad.
Delivery.
It's fine.
Orders?
So, hitting the DI gunship from the right side or the back is all that really matters. And I can indeed hit it from the back.
On my way. Double time.
So this should do the trick. And I should be able to mark multi-target. So we're gonna go A, B. Honestly, C. We're gonna switch this laser to C. If it lands, it kills. If it doesn't land, fine. A, we're going to... B, we're going to bring the medium laser. We're going to switch these to SRM tandem. And we're going to send the SRM2s and one MML at the DI gunship, and the other is going to go for the Vulture. Wow, that hit chance. Huh. Alright.
Acknowledge.
Then we're going to stick with the LK ammo on the Vulture gunship. Also, not enough. 3 weapon systems. Hey, at least we got that one. The Slazer finally landed and took down
Eliminated.
the Risk Fetal. The DI gunship lives to fight another day, though. That's special. And it gets a full damage hit before it dies.
fire.
Wow. Alright. I don't suppose we have multi-track here. No, we do not. Yeah. Sounds good. Move. This is the correct side. Of all the locations it could possibly hit, 2 of them will kill. I'm not going to greed for the ammo. I'm glad I didn't greed for the ammo.
Hostile removed.
Whew.
I'm healed.
Alright. Now that that's done with, Vulture gunship still has considerable armor everywhere. The Stinger, though, does not. Odds of hitting are low, however,
Okay, let's go.
if we hit, the Stinger will suffer a lot of damage.
Okay, firing.
Relative to how much max armor it has. Vulture. Double miss. Yeah, the UAC-2 is not doing a lot.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, Stinger coming in. Both medium lasers hit. Alright.
I hear ya.
Sure. Move. And... Sure.
Got it.
Alright. Fair enough.
Systems recycling for another shot.
Fair enough. Next round we definitely have to take a cooldown turn. 40% cooldown flush.
No.
Dangerous. Here we are just going to keep the damaged right side away from the enemies
Copy.
and fire on the Stinger again.
Hope this is enough. Didn't expect that.
I will be done.
Cool. Dervish. Those hit chances, they leave something to be desired.
Acknowledged.
And because of that, I'm actually kind of tempted to EWS ping. Wow, is it me or is that radius much bigger than it used to be? Regardless, yeah, that should help a lot.
Receiving you.
Huh, so EWS ping doesn't give full ammo, or full information anymore? UAC, okay, so one of the UAC-2s is busted. That's part of the reason that's not nearly as, concerning as the tool could otherwise be. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I am unsure if the way that everything works has changed.
No shooting, just running.
Now I'm also going to Vigilance. Hoping to get enough.
Affirmative.
Hoping to get enough initiative that I could potentially get away from the edge where the chameleon could potentially shoot me before he gets a turn next round. Alright.
What can I do for you?
Am I going to be able to shoot anything? Probably not. So it's actually probably better for me to move and brace, or move and
Coordinates
just
received.
shoot the LRMs at the stinger. Yeah, we're gonna shoot just the LRMs at the stinger, hoping for a head hit for an injury.
Uh-huh.
There's the chameleon. Had the same activation as the Thunderer. So we
Minimal
were
damage on that hit.
not able to get the Thunderer away before he could be shot again. Now what we can do is get the Thunderer over
Double
here.
time. Let's go. Firing at enemy 6.
And try to do some damage to the vulture.
I'm receiving you.
Dervish can switch over
Moving
to
to position.
LRMs. And yeah, firing
Got
away.
it, Commander.
Cool. We are just about done
Hey,
dealing with the threats. Yeah,
advancing.
That-
I guess.
we're doing that.
I hope this hurts.
Did I fire indirectly, or did I just miss everything and it just fired off at a weird angle?
Missed. Figures.
Huh. Regardless. Little guy's back up and limping. That's fine.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay. Now then. Yeah,
Double time.
run down, shoot him in the back. Honestly, save the EMP that we have left. If the PPC hits, it kills. If the PPC does not hit, we do not kill.
Targeting enemy backside.
There we go.
Bang! You're dead.
Alright. Alright.
I'm here.
Get our dervish up in the fray once more. Sure.
Confirmed. Reporting critical
That
hit.
Mechwarrior is hanging in there pretty well.
What now?
I am very curious how much better this team would have done against what we dropped against the other battle. Which we will absolutely do based on what the results of this battle have been so far.
If you say so.
I think it was the right side. Yeah, it is the right side. Okay, cool. I did twist the right way.
If you say so.
That said, I still can't hit anything.
Oi.
Oh dear. Oh, he's shooting the Thunderer. Okay. That's fine.
Good to go.
Yeah,
Orders?
I do want to shoot him from the left.
On my way.
This should kill. I saved the pepper box ammo though. Yeah.
That's a kill. Give him everything you've got.
Good to go.
Okay. So, I'd actually jump and brace.
No
Jump.
sweat.
And brace. And this is primarily just a reposition turn.
Ready for orders.
Because I'm pretty sure that even, yeah,
We're rolling.
even moving forward, I'll brace actually.
I'm here.
There's a chance he comes out.
Affirmative.
Do I have any hit chance at all? 24.5 or 29.5 actually. Hello.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Hey, we did a little bit of damage. Nice.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, the Pirate Thunderer, which still has plenty of armor. Yeah, we're gonna start rolling down to face off against the mech. Alright.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
Okay. Bushwhacker. We can actually walk forward and shoot. But it would be obstructed. I think I'd rather reserve. Let him walk out and potentially take a shot on the Thunderer first.
I live to serve.
You know, or do nothing. That is also an option that I appreciate his right to make that choice.
I'm walking here.
I will absolutely respect what he is doing
Affirmative.
there. Small laser destroyed. Decent start.
Like that shot. What now?
Yeah, the Scorpion, I'm honestly just gonna stand and shoot. They don't have any indirect fire. I should probably just focus target, but
Waiting for orders. Don't need to tell me twice.
it's fine. Standard. Rack. Do I actually take the overheat chance here? Yes.
Here we go. Let's get fired up.
That's
There's
why.
work to do.
And we didn't even
My
shut
heat's
down.
getting pretty
Beautiful.
high.
Alright. Pirate Thunder. Go in. Show your fresh
Understood.
side.
Moving fast.
And shoot him. With all the things. Actually, offensive push him.
Roger.
We can do this.
Cool.
Let's go.
He is now turned 18. Even if I can't shoot the PPC, which I actually can because of the coolant flush. That's amazing. Alright, going Vigilance, a little bit of damage reduction, higher initiative next round. Alright, that is too much. But we can still fire one of the LRMs. Nice.
Want some more?
Alright.
Commander,
It's respectable that he's only stressed at this point.
I'm going.
All SRM, all standard, and possibly kill.
I have it. Hot damn. Let's do this.
Beautiful.
Hope we can salvage that.
I'm here.
And then yeah, just oh, much worse hit chance.
Throttling up, for what it's worth.
Cruise in. Wait. Not worth the cost of firing the ammo into 1% hit
Standing
chance.
by.
Sure.
Acknowledged.
Hi.
Got the angle, taking the shot. Hey, let's slip the dog some pour.
Alright. The Radical does have a fail chance now. The rack is jammed, so I'm just gonna move and brace.
Uh-huh.
Just drop all our heat. See if the rack unjams.
Ready for orders. Got it.
Move, shoot, kill.
Putting one in the back.
Alright,
Mech destroyed.
I see.
Mission successful.
This mission has me wondering if perhaps it's the Tortugan government that makes things so incredibly wild. Because this was just against basic normal pirates. And they dropped what I would expect previously on a 2-skull or now 2-chevron mission. Especially the, we have limited blah 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 blah. I'm definitely at least gonna look at the other mission and see the other battle and see if it's against Tortuga. Because that might be the element that I'm missing. Either way, this DI VTOL is actually pretty cool. Especially running it alongside our stealth mechs. It does offer ECM jamming with its light PVC. It has very respectable range. Especially with the LRM extended range missiles. I'm gonna take it. Now here's the question. Priority 5, total 7. You can only have up to 1 unit in priority. Okay. So correct, you can only capture, or you can only take 1 full thing. Makes sense. I honestly kind of want this just run-of-the-mill large laser. That is something I would love to have. Medium laser diverse optics, so extended range, but it has damage variant. So it sometimes does 30 damage, and it sometimes does 20 damage. It also generates more heat. Love to see it, honestly. And I don't think we have, like... I'm definitely not going to take the missing a UAC-2 Vulture. Would I take a UAC-2? No. That is, for the record, it is only 3 slots. But it's 7 tons. So if I'm putting it in a mech, it's 1 ton less than the light AC-20. Firing at extreme range, yeah. For vehicles, 3 slots. Actually, hold on. Is there any ammo for it? No, there is no ammo for it. I don't even know how that would work. Trying to put that in our tank that has the pepperbox rifles. I'm gonna have to experiment with that a bit. But again, problem is we don't have the ammo for it. Let's see. The ferret here. Ooh, right, the ferret has some interesting stuff. Vehicle stealth armor. Can I just put that on any vehicle? Hold on. Will it drop that? If I take the whole thing, obviously I get this incredibly lightly armored death machine that will explode the first time I hit it. or that first time it gets hit. But if I break it down, it does not drop anything interesting. That's a shame. Anyway, Warrior. Here we have Pharaoh. Maybe it'll drop the Pharaoh. LRM, LK, and Deadfire. Half bin of Deadfire ammo. That's actually really interesting. That is very interesting. It looks like it no longer has the bonus against AMS. It does additional damage, still reduces the range, reduces the minimum range by 90, no indirect fire, so it just looks like it just doesn't do as, it doesn't do the extra AMS, it does not get the bonus against getting intercepted by the AMS anymore. That's interesting. Would I prefer a half bin of LK ammo? Or a half bin of Deadfire ammo? Over a UAC-2 with no ammo? I think definitely. Even though the whole vehicle switching weapons in and out, I think I'd be able to run that on quite a few. Or at the very least on a decent number of vehicles, since it's only 3 slots. I would still need the ammo for it. Honestly, 10 times 2 with a jam chance, minus accuracy, more recoil. The roamer crit chance is good, but why wouldn't I... Why wouldn't I just want to run a single, like, AC... Wait, how many slots is AC5? I thought AC5 was... Maybe AC5 is 4 slots. Maybe the UAC2 is a slot less. Okay. Regardless, I'm going to take the... I can take both ammos. I'm going to take the LRM ammo. I'm running LRMs in a couple of places where I could use those. The UAC2s are interesting. Again, if there was a bin of ammo, that would make this, like, no question I would take it to play with. But there is no bin of ammo. So, this is what we're taking. We get fire control standard and some jump jets. Alright, that's fine. I'm happy with the DI VTOL. It's a chopper boss, whirly bit goes round. Alright, so our repair bill is only 59,000. Welp. That's affordable. Okay, I have to know. Is the other urgent matter... It's, again, the pirates... No, it's also just against pirates, which should be one of the most balanced for each difficulty bracket. Since it's, you know, one of the more common ones that can be just about anywhere. Kind of like local government and stuff. I'm definitely dropping on that next episode. But for now, that's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.